The MCORE Foundation mission is to provide education, preventions, screenings, and enable research for sudden cardiac arrest for children and young adults. We do that through a variety of programming, CPR and AED awareness, and preventative cardiac screenings. The MCORE Foundation baseline cardiac screening provides both an EKG and a limited echo, taken by registered cardiac sonographers and read by pediatric cardiologists. The way we get engaged with other organizations is to work through their athletic communities. We work through school programming, hospital programming, and other foundations.
We try to do the MCORE assessment today because it was at the school and it's very convenient.
I love the way MCORE has set this up. So I'm a parent, but I'm also a physician. And I know how expensive these tests can be for your children, and I know how inconvenient it can be for working parents to get out in the middle of their day and go figure out how to get their kids screened. So what I really appreciate about what MCORE has done is they have taken away two of the biggest barriers to getting screens like this. One of them is cost and one of them is convenience. The small amount that we are asked to pay because MCORE subsidizes all the rest of the costs for the EKG and for the echocardiogram is significant. It is super, super helpful. It makes it so much easier for every single family to be able to have access to this. And then the convenience is another factor. Doing it in my child's school where they can just have it done in the middle of their day means that I can have my day and he can have his.
My name is Krista, and I lost my son Devin in 2017 from sudden cardiac arrest. He was playing basketball with friends. He was 22 years old. Devin was an amazing young man. He was smart. He was very active from an early age, always loved to play sports and athletics. He was pursuing a career in broadcast journalism. A senior at Kent State University, and he was a typical young man looking towards a bright future. I knew nothing about sudden cardiac arrest before Devin passed. I've worked in healthcare for over 20 years as a medical social worker, and so we always had access to the best doctors and treatments. I've heard stories about other children dying from sudden cardiac arrest, but never made the connection that it was something that could happen to us, to Devin. He was obviously someone who, saw the pediatrician, and we thought we were doing all the right things. So I never made the connection that that was potentially something that he could be affected by. The heart screenings that are offered through MCORE Foundation could have saved Devin's life. The heart screening could have potentially identified the problem, the issue. We could have gotten treatment. He might be here. I might not be here talking today. Unfortunately, we didn't know about these heart screenings. We didn't know how valuable they were.
What concerns me and makes me worried is that sudden cardiac death is very real. And I remember being younger and being an athlete in high school and seeing these collegiate athletes and professional athletes just drop down in the middle of a game and pass away, and we find out later that they had some sort of heart condition that was not made aware to anybody prior to that. And I think that is just the worst nightmare for any parent. And what's worse about it is that we can actually know if there is a problem. And so I think it's important to just think about, I don't want to ever see any parent go through that where they see something like that happen to one of their children. And if we have a resource or a tool that can help us know what the risks are, it's fantastic.
So I think every student athlete should have an MCORE assessment because it gives the student and the parent peace of mind.
I think it's very important for student athletes to know their risk. Just like with anything else, we can manage what we know. I believe that getting it done, getting these kind of tests done, is a great way for people to feel confident when they're out on the field or the court or in the gym or whatever they're doing athletically, feel safe and feel that their life is not at risk. And so giving that comfort to a student athlete is so important. Giving that comfort to the families of the student athlete is so important. So I'm just really, really thrilled about the opportunity to have my child screened.
Our program is funded through various donations, grants, and fee-for-services, so we can provide a very high-quality program at little or no cost to the community.
I think there should be more opportunities for the MCORE Foundation to be able to offer screenings in communities, in schools. Hopefully, by screening more children, we can help more individuals rather than just helping a few.
The value of the assessment here today is great, but the most important thing is it could save one of my kids' lives one day.
You can help our mission continue to grow through donations and community support.